Our next question.
What is your favorite RPG and why? Story, characters, presentation, gameplay, etc.
From Mega Shadowrunner.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Got a couple of years?
Well, there've been a lot of good RPGs I've played, and that's if you don't branch out into all of the other splinter genres like the strategy stuff, like Sakura Wars and Fire Emblem were good in kind of the strategy RPGs. Oh, and Orc Battle 64, can't forget that. And there's also the RPGs like, I really enjoyed Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga and Mass Effect and The World Ends of You. Those games all have different reasons, it's mostly just because of the style and how they're written. I guess the ones that would stay in my heart and I would call absolute favourites, the first would be Tales of Symphonia, just because I love the Tales of series, and whilst the story does have a few hiccups, the good generally outweighs the bad of that. I really love the characters, the themes, and the occasional plot twist, and I also love Skies of Arcadia, as cliched as it is, just because, well, it's simple and fun. I mean, my favourite type of RPGs, or types of video game stories in general, are ones that are both balance, drama, and comedy, so that it's serious when it needs to be, but it's not afraid to crack a joke at its own expense. Plus, those two games have battle systems based around the trope calling out your attacks, and as a massive fan of that trope, I instantly love any battle system that has calling out attacks. I'm sorry.
Yes, I've seen your writing. I would detest.
Hey.
Yeah, kind of like Tales of Symphonia, because I'm not really sure if I can name them, but I'm sure I've seen plenty of games where the attack names are absolutely stupid, like Shining Force Neo. God almighty.
Oh dear. Sorry, what you saying, Lewis?
I was just saying, as long as the attack names are cool.
Yeah, that's true. Can get a bit ridiculous. I think the worst attack name I ever heard was when I tuned into Beyblade for 5 minutes and someone was shouting out, "Volcano Excellence Ignition!"
Okay, yeah, that's just silly.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, those are my favorite RPGs. Sven, you want to answer?
I'll just go through a quick list of mine, just so I'm not here for 2 years, like I said. Mass Effect, Final Fantasy IX, the only Final Fantasy game I really like, Tales of Symphonia, and I'll throw in Skies of Arcadia, even though I haven't played it in donkey's years. That's about it, really, I think. Unless we do get into branching out to, like, strategy RPGs, then obviously Fire Emblem and Ogre Battle feature.
Oh yeah, if we're going to include other RPGs, might as well include Pokemon, particularly Pokemon Black. I really love that game. In fact, I've played it again right now.
Thumbs up. I approve.
Oh, gee. So, Lewis, do you have any favourite RPGs? Or?
For me, it's gotta be Golden Sun, particularly the first 2 games, though really they're one game to split into 2 parts. I really like it mostly because of the story and the excellent plot twist it takes near the end. Though the third one is not quite as good, it's still entertaining, and it's always good to see a continuation of the story.
Yeah, I have heard they're still planning to continue it, so yeah, Golden Sun...
Well, that was on a cliffhanger, they better.
Yeah, just ending it on a cliffhanger and not doing a thing to continue. That would be kind of... What's the word? It's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, or dickheadish.
Speaking as a beautiful Joe fan, yes, it's really irritating when they do that. But yeah, Golden Sun, I've definitely heard a lot of good things about it. In fact, it's on a long list of games people have recommended me to review, but I don't have enough money to play them.
I have in fact played it. I played the beginning of it, and I probably would have gotten into it if I hadn't lost my copy.
Hey, that's part of the same reason why I haven't played Pokemon Leaf Green in ages, but...
Yeah, same problem with Diamond for me, but that's another story for another time. We're getting off topic.
Yeah, we should probably move on to the next questions.
Alright.
What are your thoughts on the My Little Pony reboot Friendship is Magic and its increasing popularity across the internet?
I have not watched it myself. Liz is a big fan of it, though. From what I've seen, it looks entertaining, so maybe someday I'll watch it, but right now I'm just too busy.
Yeah, that's fair enough. In my case, I haven't watched it. I've seen a lot of people I've subscribed to, both on YouTube and DVDR and things like that, get into it, and I think the main reason why people are kind of aghast at its growing popularity is mostly because people are still thinking of how, like, bit girly and naff the original My Little Pony was in the 1980s. And they're judging it by that standard, and they're amazed why a lot of audiences, including over 13 males, are getting into it. But I'm gonna give it a chance. I mean, where I live, I don't think they're even broadcasting it over here in the UK, and like Lewis, I just don't have the time to sit down and watch TV these days. But if I ever get the chance, or if I can find somewhere that streams it online, I'll probably check it out. I mean, there has to be some reason why it's gotten popular.
Oh, trust me, if there's a site where you can find every anime they've ever made, ever, you're probably going to be able to find a place where they stream My Little Pony. And it's funny this question should come up because just recently, I've discovered I know a grown-up where an adult male who likes My Little Pony. So I actually know about this, and I have recommendations for it sitting in my chat logs every single day. So, gotta think, there has to be some reason why it's popular, otherwise it would be totally undeserved, although some internet memes are totally undeserved, but that's beside the point. This is an entire show we're talking about here.
Indeed. So yeah, I think that's how I thought of My Little Pony. We haven't seen it, but we're more than willing to give it a try, and now I'm gonna sit back and watch the comment section being flooded with links for streaming My Little Pony.
Well, I'll be taking at least one of them if it happens, because hey, if it's that good, I might as well give it a try.
Righto. Our next question comes from Mandu5, and he says,
what do you think of the 3DS price drop and the 3DS Ambassador program? Would you regret getting a 3DS before the price drop, or would you rather get the exclusive downloadables?
Oh, the elusive downloadables. Sorry.
Stop mocking me!
So elusive!
Oh dear. Yeah, just a quick double check. I know Sven didn't buy a 3DS on launch day. Did you, Linkara, or?
Nope, I don't have a 3DS. I'm going to get a 3DS.
Okay, so this question is purely for me then.
Well, let me explain myself here. I'd be more inclined to get it after the price drop, except for the fact that 3D is a gimmick.
Yeah.
It will always be a gimmick. Until we have, like, fully realized holograms that I can interact with, then no, I'm not going to get the damn 3D technology because it's just a trick of the fact that human beings have two eyes and depth perception.
Yeah, I will agree with you there. I mean, I'm kind of on the fence about this because I did buy a 3DS before the price drop, and I'm kind of annoyed because my bank account still is a black hole from getting the darn thing. But on the one hand, I am kind of glad about the Ambassador program, which means that you can get exclusive downloads, but it's mostly for stuff like the Virtual Console games. And while there are one or two things on there, like Yoshi's Island, which I haven't played and I would be glad to get for free, so part of me does feel there could have been some better deal, like maybe you get the price off an actual game when you buy it in the store, or better yet, just for the 3DS, just to make it seem worth it, finally put on some new content and not put in 3D ports of old games, for crying out loud. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Ocarina of Time, but I don't want a 3D version. I already have the N64 cartridge, I already have the bloody Collector's Edition, hell, I even have the version that you got when you pre-ordered Wind Waker. I do not need any more versions of Ocarina of Time, thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty much my entire opinion on it. I am a bit more inclined to buy it, but I'm not going to until they put out games. I think we're kind of all in agreement about it. It's more of an inclination to buy it, or in your case, it's more of a myth point.
Yeah.
Our next question comes from Zane, a name I have not seen before on this channel.
I remember in one of your older videos you mentioned having read a few manga series like Pet Shop of Horrors. Are there any other manga that you read and particularly enjoyed?
And I believe this is... Yeah, I think I recall seeing that.
When are they going to release the next volume, damn it? I know that the damn series continued in Japan. I would take, like, the Japanese version of it. I can make it like a project to translate it.
I'll have a certain sites, but there's like a dozen sites where people make it their entire purpose to get it scanned to manga and translate it, even though the series themselves aren't really that good.
Yeah, I would know. This is the only way I get to read serial manga.
So yeah, Sven, that's your project in the background for this show. See if the Steam Detectives Volume 5 is on your site.
Well, I'm not sure if it'll be on that site, but... One moment, please. Wikipedia. Yay, references.
Yeah. So yeah, any other manga series besides those two, or is it mostly just Steam Detectives and Little Shop of Horrors?
That's pretty much it. I mean, I'm not a big manga reader. I've read Full Metal Alchemist for a while. I've read a lot of Hellsing, but beyond that, not really. Just not interested.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So yeah, that's the short answer of it. Linkara really likes Steam Detectives, so that's why.
And well, you obviously cannot see it, but the instant you mentioned Helsing, I was in my chair going, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, you old Hellsing fanboy. Okay then, and that concludes the Q&A session. So,